Disgrace to disgrace. Forget the Bradys. The Osbournes are television's most shameless and infamous family. With their foul mouths and erratic behaviour, no one can accuse this family of being boring.
Stop telling people you're Ozzy Osbourne's son to get into sex. You're a f***ing loser.
Their reality TV show was the most watched in MTV history and followed the day-to-day lives of Black Sabbath rocker Ozzy Osbourne, his wife Sharon, and two of their children, the volatile Jack and rebellious Kelly. They rocked the world of reality TV by allowing Hollywood and the world to take a look inside their outrageous lives.
I know.
As the lead singer and songwriter for legendary hard rock band Black Sabbath, Ozzy was the chief architect of the heavy metal genre. It's been his wild stage antics that have got him in trouble with the press and endeared him to fans, namely an incident in which he bit the head off a live bat during one of his shows. And shock rocker Marilyn Manson loves it.
This star right here proves that it's quite obvious that Ozzy has managed to succeed while remaining insane and strangely happy despite his various crimes against God and nature. Ozzy Osbourne.
But the motto, no publicity is bad publicity, certainly applies to the Osbournes. Despite criticisms of Ozzy's wild behaviour and personal admissions of his former drug and alcohol addictions, he has sold more than 35 million records worldwide. The show's popularity was credited in part because Ozzy's wife Sharon helps provide the one source of stability in a family famed for their shameless antics. Known as a ferocious businesswoman, Sharon is credited with turning Ozzy from a heavy metal icon into a mainstream celebrity. She's famous for saying exactly what she thinks and doesn't hesitate to tell people when she doesn't like them. Not that it matters, as not even her cancer diagnosis during the show's first season could stop her building a successful television empire. As the defiant and rebellious daughter of the rocker legend, Kelly has made quite a name for herself while growing up in the media spotlight and has capitalised on it with her own recording and acting career. She was practically born for rock stardom and has the attitude to prove it when in early 2004 she was checked into a drug treatment clinic after admitting to a long-standing addiction to painkillers. Although seemingly dysfunctional, the Osbournes have created unique family bonds over the years spent in the limelight, even, surprisingly, Kelly and her brother. After Jack's problems with drugs, he did the only thing he could do: began a boxing career. During his stay at rehab for his substance abuse problems, Jack spent months getting into shape and saw boxing as an outlet for his anger. During Sharon's diagnosis and treatment for colon cancer, Jack used alcohol and the powerfully addictive prescription painkiller OxyContin as a way to cope. He said that his father was dealing with things in the same manner he was and he had no one to turn to. When he's not terrorising his sister Kelly, Jack scouts new talent for Epic Records and joined MTV in the reality show Jack Osbourne, Adrenaline Junkie, having moved away from the bad boy ways of his youth.
You're a bunch of bloody magicians.
Ozzy was cheered by fans old and young alike at his induction into Hollywood's Walk of Fame. The Grammy Award-winning rocker was honoured with a star appropriately placed in front of Ripley's Believe It or Not museum. In his speech, Ozzy said that he's not proud of being a dyslexic drug addict who bit the head off a bat, but that he's a guy with real feelings. It seems Ozzy has transcended boundaries and is now among the elite few who can lay claim to be eternally cool and vital in the world of rock. And while his family may be shameless, it seems the Osbournes still hold the mantle as being the coolest, if not the weirdest, family in Hollywood.
To be honest, I'm not Australian.
I'm not a gold digger.
Make me beautiful duets.
Oh, sorry, America.
You know, the show has been kind of boring. I've been watching it on TV. Like my body, some people don't like me. I don't understand.
Anna Nicole Smith makes our job so easy. Noted for her marriage to an 89-year-old billionaire who she met as a topless dancer, this former Playboy model holds the title as being one of Hollywood's most shameless and infamous celebrities. Her questionable marriage to oil tycoon J. Howard Marshall II in 1994, a man 60 years her senior, saw her remain low profile with her wheelchair-bound husband until his death 14 months later. Although he had left Anna Nicole with an inheritance, his heirs accused her of mistreating him in his last few days and not marrying him for the right reasons.
I'm not a gold digger. I could have married him a week after we met. I didn't.
She was not mentioned in any of his wills, but claimed that he offered her half of his money to speed up her decision to marry him, and with his fortune estimated at more than $1.6 billion, how could she say no? After a bitter court battle between Anna and Marshall's son, she was rewarded $450 million in 2000, but this was later reduced by a federal district judge and then thrown out altogether. So poor Anna Nicole got nothing. Her exploits were turned into reality TV when the Anna Nicole Show was brought to the public.
You want to go straight back to the hotel?
I want to go have an orgy. I haven't had sex in 2 years.
Much of the focus was that Anna Nicole had become obese after falling out of the public eye and was in a precarious financial state after lavish spending sprees and the battle for her deceased husband's fortune. Her drunken performance at the 2004 American Music Awards made headline news.
I was honored to be on our next performer's new video. And if I ever record an album, I want this guy to produce my make.
The curvaceous celebrity said the teleprompter was badly positioned and she couldn't find the word and fluffed the whole line, denying she was drunk or on drugs, as many had thought.
I'm reading off the teleprompter, right? As I'm reading, I'm coming up and I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't think I'm gonna be able to get this word. So I'm reading and I go down and I go down to look to get this one word. I go down, I can't find the word. I'm like, oh my God, oh my God. I go up to get the word. I can't find it, so I'm like, oh, beautiful music, or whatever there was. Flubbed the line, missed it, oops.
The trashy tabloid queen was back in the headlines, only this time she was the one reporting the gossip when she became a columnist for the National Enquirer magazine. It wasn't long ago that she had graced the pages of that very same tabloid, but admitted she only took the job because she wanted people to like her.
I just wanted to voice my opinion out there and get people to know me a little bit better. Because, you know, I heard that they took a poll and some people don't like me.
Credited as being one of the most popular Playboy playmates of the year, it's hard to believe Anna Nicole Smith was, in the mid-90s, the epitome of the classic voluptuous blonde. It seems shameless controversy is what she likes best, as she shocked the Australian MTV Music Awards audience by pulling her dress down to her waist to expose her breasts. Classy. She may not have won any major acting awards or broken any box office records, but Pamela Anderson hasn't needed to do much except just be Pamela in order to gain recognition. With her voluptuous figure and long blonde hair, this star has no problems using her shameless antics to get publicity. With her blonde, all-American looks, Pamela stood out as one of the sex symbols of the mid-90s. She first became a star thanks to her role in Baywatch, a popular TV series that followed the trials and tribulations of California's lifeguards.
To get to the point of anything.
She gained international recognition playing CJ Parker, the sweet but tough lifeguard in the impossibly tight red bathing suit in the phenomenally successful show.
Oh
my God. They're never gonna let Mitch live this one down.
I mean, they could at least clean up after themselves.
She spent 6 years on the show and posed for Playboy magazine, adding to her notoriety and positioning her perfectly for the internet pin-up boom of the mid-1990s.
Yeah, we work at Baywatch.
You know it? See you later.
In addition to her fame from modelling and acting, Pamela has gotten a great deal of press attention for her well-publicised personal life. Known for her love of bad boys, the tabloids often report the on-again, off-again relationships with rock stars, including her ex-husbands, Tommy Lee and Kid Rock. The event in her life that caused the most drama in the public eye was her spontaneous wedding to Motley Crue drummer Tommy Lee, after dating for 4 days. They were married on the beach with Pam in a bikini and Tommy in shorts, and the couple proved their love by getting tattoos of each other's names on their body parts rather than exchanging wedding rings. Her sudden marriage thrust her even further into the spotlight when a stolen sex video ensured the couple's notoriety around the world when it appeared on the internet. In 2002, she announced that she had contracted hepatitis C by sharing a tattoo needle with her then ex-husband, with the needle used to make the barbed wire tattoo on her left arm. Her turbulent relationship with Kid Rock began in 2000, and they broke up the following year, but later reunited and were married in 2006. They embarked on a tour of wedding ceremonies, but it lasted less than 4 months. It seems not even enjoying each other's company was enough to make their love last.
We enjoy each other's company.
Yeah. What's not to enjoy? Sometimes when it's in there and the sun's not shining and you're confined to the building and her smile just lights up the whole room and you just say, that's what I enjoy.
Pamela is always willing to laugh at herself, a trait much admired by people who like laughing at her. Her cameo role in horror movie spoof Scary Movie 3 gave her a chance to parody her dumb blonde image.
After you watch the tape, the phone rings and this really scary voice comes on.
It's like sex.
She starred in Stacked, her own comedy series, as a beautiful woman tired of her non-stop partying lifestyle and bad choice in men. Wanting a major life change, she decides to open a bookstore, a life change Pamela relates to.
Character similar to me, I guess, is what they say. You know, a girl who used to, fall for the wrong kind of guys, trying to change her life, working in a bookstore. See, I don't work in a bookstore, so it is a stretch.
First of all,
usually experiencing mild success, Pamela is no stranger to failed TV series. In 1998, she played the role of a small-town girl who opens her own security firm in the tongue-in-cheek show VIP. It lasted just under 2 years.
Pool represented
death.
Okay, you did understand.
Although she uses her shameless image for good causes and is an outspoken advocate for animal rights, many wonder if her ditzy image is the real Pamela Anderson, or is the smart version lurking behind her voluptuous figure. She prefers to keep people guessing.
I want to let you know that. Yeah, it's something it's part of my charm. Nothing to live up to. If I form a full sentence, I'm a genius. So, what was the question?
During her foray into show business, Jordon has proven once again that the right physical dimensions and an unabashed willingness to flaunt, tease and strip for the camera are all that's required to achieve fame and fortune. Her relationship with Australian pop star Peter Andre has seen them become the most shameless celebrity couple in the UK. Having met on the set of the reality TV show I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here, Peter and Jordon embarked on a very public relationship that nauseated even the most avid tabloid readers. As one of Britain's most written about and photographed couples, their tacky wedding in 2005 was even rumoured to have included a wedding cake in the shape of Jordon's famous breasts. Peter's career was revitalised after their relationship saw them both reach a new level of fame neither had experienced before. It could be considered one of the greatest ever comebacks in pop, as Peter re-released his hit 1996 single Mysterious Girl, and it stayed at #1 for over 5 weeks in 2006. In 1992 and 93, Peter defied the odds by becoming a pop star in Australia, when the last thing the country was looking for was a singing, dancing, muscle-flexing R&B pop hero. He took time off and was forgotten about. Then he married Jordon. Jordon, whose real name is Katie Price, is the UK's leading glamour model and pin-up star, famous for her surgically enhanced double F-sized breasts. Her relationships have represented one lucky break after another. What better way to ascend to the top than to cavort with a television personality, the lead singer of a popular band, a couple of soccer stars and an Aussie singer? In 2004, she published her autobiography, Being Jordon, to surprisingly positive reviews, and it became the 4th best-selling autobiography of all time in the UK. Her shameless ways have earned her countless fans, and not just because of her chest size.
I've always thought she was absolutely gorgeous, so I followed it from there really, and when she got the boob jobs I thought, is it going to make a difference? But no, not to me. It doesn't bother me.
It's quite alarming that some young fans think she's the perfect role model.
The way she doesn't care what anyone thinks, the way she manages to be a single mum and manages her career at the same time, I just think she's the epitome of what a successful woman should be.
With a perfect six-pack and chiselled features, Peter appeared to be a short-lived sex symbol in the 90s, but it seems his revival has done a lot for his reputation.
His six-pack and his cute little face.
And he can sing really well.
Yeah, he can sing really well, no matter what anyone says.
My God, see, on the TV, you think he looks good. But, oh, how good is he in real life? Excellent. This man is just sex on legs, basically.
Jordon gave birth to the couple's first son, named Junior, in 2005. The new baby was a little brother for Harvey, Jordon's 3-year-old son by footballer Dwight York. Jordon seems to have added years to her proverbial 15 minutes of fame by becoming one of the most outlandish celebrities the British tabloid press has ever encountered. Famous for being famous, she teamed up with Peter for the remake of A Whole New World, which was panned mercilessly by critics and audiences alike, who compared her voice to that of a mouse.
Hold your breath, it gets better. I'm like a shooting star.
While their behaviour and lifestyle are often questioned, from their tacky, over-the-top wedding to their joint singing career, it seems Jordon and Peter Andre enjoy being one of the world's most shameless couples. Their ability to flirt with controversy while bathed in the media spotlight has earned them begrudging respect among those who seek fame without actually doing anything.
This whole new world with you.
If anyone in Hollywood leads the ultimate shameless lifestyle, it's Hugh Hefner. His hair may be thinner and his hearing gone in one ear, and he has the slightest bit of trouble walking, but otherwise the man who dresses in black silk pyjamas shows few other signs that he is becoming an old man. When the Playboy magazine creator celebrated his 80th birthday, he did so with a cake, lots of friends, a chorus of happy birthday, and a bevy of willing, buxom blondes a quarter of his age. Hugh has a lot to make him feel youthful. He lives with 3 young, blonde girlfriends in his ornate mansion in California, still living the fantasy that his iconic brand has projected to men everywhere for the past 50 years.
Hello there. Glad you could join us this evening. I'm Hugh Hefner, editor-publisher of Playboy magazine, and your host. And this is Playboy's Penthouse.
As founder of Playboy magazine, Hugh's combination of pornography, fiction and humour proved wildly successful in the post-war United States. What was once just a magazine quickly grew into an empire that encompassed mansions, resorts, clubs, casinos and a personal party jet. Playboy's Penthouse was also an early fixture, and the television program looked inside swinging parties attended by Hollywood celebrities and music icons. By the time Playboy Enterprises went public in 1971, Hugh was living the good life portrayed in his magazine, enjoying parties and a never-ending line of beautiful women. In the 1980s, Playboy expanded into racy programming on television before the company expanded onto the internet in the 1990s. DVDs also now play an important role in the business. Icon for the hedonistic lifestyle, Hugh gave in to the temptation of reality TV in 2005.
Welcome to the Playboy Mansion.
Come on to my...
The cameras follow Hugh's three girlfriends as they speak about the rivalries and material joys of their lives inside the Playboy Mansion. Hugh believes it all comes down to the universal appeal of sexuality.
I think there will always be a market for, call it erotica, call it porn, call it whatever you want to call it. I think by and large the definitions get very, very hazy, because I think essentially erotica is what I approve of, and porn is what somebody else approves of. It's very subjective. Playboy has always tried to take the higher road, but it's sex in a context. It's sex in a context of a lifestyle.
Hugh's three girlfriends, Kendra Wilkinson, Holly Madison and Bridget Marquardt, live with him in the Playboy Mansion and accompany him to various events. His Playboy lifestyle is admired by many and scorned by others, and he thinks that his life is an example of the lack of hypocrisy when it comes to sexual expression.
Most single people, are sharing their boyfriend or girlfriend with somebody else. If you are dating somebody on Monday and then dating somebody else on Tuesday or Wednesday, this is simply a variation on that. Instead of doing it behind somebody else's back or doing it individually, we hang together and go out together, party together, and it makes it a very nice way to live.
The pages of Playboy launched the careers of literally hundreds of ambitious blondes, brunettes and redheads, including fellow Shameless stars Pamela Anderson and Nicole Smith. His parties attract some of the biggest names in show business, including Snoop Dogg, but despite all the fun, he is a hard worker.
Hef is, he's a genius, he's a workaholic.
One of, if not the supreme bachelor of all time, Hugh Hefner has forever changed the world by breaking the boundaries related to sexuality and age, while his harem of much younger girlfriends has ensured that he gets lots of publicity for his shameless love life.